What's up everybody? This is Master Ian Gamer, and today I will be talking about what we are expecting for the next Overwatch event. Currently, the most likely event people have been talking about is the Chinese New Year. The real world holiday is fairly prominent in a lot of Asian countries, so it would certainly work simply by how relatable it would be to many players. The other major reason that we can expect this specific event is because, in response to people's unhappiness about May's holiday skin, Blizzard released an official apology where they also mentioned that we can expect to see something pretty cool for May early in 2017. Now, the term early can technically be interpreted as anything from January 1st to literally the middle of the year, but hopefully we can expect that Blizzard meant within the first month or two. Now, if you haven't made the connection already, May is Chinese, and the Chinese New Year is also Chinese. See the connection? Well, if you don't, then you should probably go back to school or something, but for those of you who are keeping up, this seems like a decent indicator as to what we can be expecting soon to come. Now, according to good old Google, in 2017 the Chinese New Year will begin on January 28th, and the official holiday itself lasts for a week. Since the Winter Wonderland event concluded on the 2nd of January, that means there will be less than a month between the ending of the last major event and the beginning of the Chinese New Year. So, it's possible that Chinese New Year could be a full-scale event like the three we saw this past year, but since we have previously seen that there has been generally an Overwatch event every 2 months, this would break that cycle. Not to mention, despite how great the Overwatch dev team is, I think it would be asking a bit too much of them to give us another full-size event this soon already. This leads me to think of a couple of alternative event types we could see. The first would be something as small and simple as what we saw with Genji's Oni skin. For the Chinese New Year, this could entail playing another game such as Hearthstone in order to unlock May's limited edition skin. Personally, this is my least favorite possibility, mostly because it would feel like a way to force people to play Blizzard's other games. I didn't really have a problem with them doing it for Genji, but if they start doing it super frequently, I feel like it could get frustrating. Especially if you're like me and enjoy unlocking every skin, even for heroes who you don't normally play. Another similar possibility would be that they introduce a new event brawl in Overwatch, that through playing you can unlock the Mei skin and whatever other content the event might have. However, since Mei would pretty much have to be the title hero for this brawl, and she was also the title hero for the Winter Wonderland brawl, I find it unlikely that this is the kind of event we will get. My next idea is that the event won't actually be any kind of official event. Instead, they might just release the new Mei skin and maybe some other content into the regular loot boxes. This would be very similar to back when Eichenwald was released, and they added the 2 new Reinhardt skins, which have ever since been unlockable either through loot boxes or with in-game currency. Honestly, I don't really like this either, simply because the limited edition of holiday events makes the process of getting the content a lot more exciting in my opinion. So it's possible that we could see the same thing, just with a limited time to actually unlock them from normal loot boxes, but that just seems to make it a bit too difficult for people to unlock them, especially since the event could only be a week long. This leads to my final event idea, which is that it will be some kind of completely new mini-event. It will follow the fashion of past big events, such as Summer Games and Winter Wonderland, complete with new loot boxes, but overall will have much less content and won't last nearly as long. Instead of giving nearly half the heroes new skins and everybody new sprays and voice lines, they might only give out 2 or 3 skins, and a couple of emotes, voice lines, victory poses, etc. This is my favorite of the ideas, because getting mini-events like this means that events could happen more often, but in exchange have less content per event. This could work well, as it would allow the distribution of more types of skins and such. Instead of all events being restricted to holidays, we could have more widely themed mini-events, that could cover non-holiday themes such as steampunk, underwater, or space. Really, the possibilities are endless here, which is why I hope Blizzard gives us some more diversity in the future. Anyways, getting back to the topic of Chinese New Year, I also want to talk about what kinds of content we could expect to see for this event. The obvious first one is Mei. As I previously mentioned, we have good reason to expect her to be getting a legendary skin for this event, so the question is what we can expect it to be. In my opinion, the most likely skin for her to get will be some kind of traditional red Chinese New Year attire. I could see this outfit suiting Mei very well, and it is different enough from her usual attire that hopefully won't anger all the devoted Mei fanatics once again. Moving on to other heroes, it seems likely that Genji and/or Hanzo could be getting either skins or content of some kind. Dragons are strongly associated with the Chinese New Year, and as some of you may be unaware of, Genji and Hanzo are also associated with dragons. The connection works, and both of them kind of got the short end of the stick with this past Christmas event, so hopefully they will see some love soon. Other than these, there really isn't that much that sticks out to me. Perhaps Diva would fit in as well, especially if instead of going with Chinese New Year, they title the event as something more general, such as Lunar New Year. Given that New Year's is often associated with fireworks, maybe Junkrat will be getting something as well. Hopefully some kind of fireworks emote or highlight intro? Regardless, I would say we can estimate anything from getting only Mei's skin to getting a couple of different hero skins, and some emotes, sprays, voice lines, and/or victory poses. But overall, I expect it'll be a rather small event, with little new content. But, as I always say, at least it's something. Well, that's about all there is to discuss about it as of right now, so this is Master Ian Gamer signing off. Please feel free to leave a like or comment, and I always welcome and appreciate new subscribers. Until next time, good luck and have a happy new year.